This is a house that you'll find very difficult to fault in terms of its build quality. It is absolutely exceptional, and it's probably built to a standard that far surpasses most homes that are built today. If you're looking for a penthouse alternative, if you didn't want the body corporate, if you want to have your own space and your own freedom of choice, then this is certainly a house for you. Today we're going to have the privilege to talk to Mary Durack. She's an interior designer who's been around Brisbane for quite some time, who was integral in a lot of the decisions made on the interiors. How do you find that the interiors are sort of in the level of luxury that you've designed before? Because you've designed boats and planes and...
I've been very fortunate. I mean, my philosophy is always to extract the essence of the people I work for, get something from them, and then be the conduit to deliver. Helen really wanted a home. She's been on the move for so long. She just wanted a sense of somewhere that the family could come. You'll see the kitchen is the hub. She cooks and cooks and cooks and has people here, and they sit out on the terrace. They love entertaining. It's not so much about a house where you retreat to bedrooms, it's more about living this house. It's a living house. You know, often they say, oh, the kids want their own space, and of course they do have it. But I never think of this house as that sort of house. They're not locking themselves away. It's all about being the family, being together, being in the kitchen, the gorgeous Greek food coming out, the generosity of spirit. Yes, it perhaps doesn't have a tennis court, but it's not that sort of house. It's like living in New York City. You just have the defined area, and you go to Central Park for your exercise. In this case, New Farm Park.
I believe in the future. I believe in the past. I believe what you truly desire, you can bring the past.
The inspiration of this house was originally a brownstone, and then there's been this injection of the accents from Frank Lloyd Wright. Can you sort of explain the philosophy around it, and obviously the positioning of the house in this neighbourhood, and how you've tried to make it reflective of the neighbourhood?
Helen was very keen to have this romantic notion of the New York brownstone, but I couldn't see how that really related. So I tried to find references in the district that somehow or other gave us a clue how to move forward. And I thought Frank Lloyd Wright offered the best opportunity to create a sculptural appearance of the house, particularly the way the project moved up the site, so that it just blended in. And I'm very pleased over the time that the house has been here with the landscaping.
Yeah, so Stephen Clegg did the gardens, and it's really softened the house, haven't it? Because it's grown up over the walls.
I'm really pleased the way the garden has worked around the house, that it just looks like it was always here. This house really does feel like it's built on the site, that it's built into the site, and it'll be here for a very long time.
There's obviously a lot of time and effort spent in the specifying of this house, like all the light fixtures and features. I mean, that would have been an effort in itself.
And of course they turned up and Helen would say, oh, I'm not sure I got the right one, or, you know, she'd set about polishing the brass. Then we had the issue of where to hang that light. You know, was it the right light? Would it be in the right position? She was very particular about all those details, and I really think they're amazing. I mean, where else would you get
A brownstone, New York.
a brownstone in New York?
Someday we'll make it on by. Other days we only can try. Either way, no matter what people say. Either way.
Without someone like you sort of guiding them through, this would be a house of ideas. Like the hidden doors up to the office, isn't that great?
I wanted Anthony to have his own space. If he could have his own space, then he'd leave her alone when she wanted something else extravagant. How to get the office without the grand staircase going up. And I think it works well. We designed all the ironwork, once again with the slight offset Greek key thing happening, but not too much. Put a lot of effort into making the most of those smaller spaces by giving them that bit of a polish rather than just 2 rooms. Obviously the lift and the lift car I think was done nicely with the marble floor in it. The illuminated ceiling to give a sense of space. Their bathroom is quite an extravagant use of marble. I'm really keen on bathrooms. I think it's so important to get all the patterns to work, and I wanted the tiles cut from 600 to 300 tiles into 150 by 600s because I wanted to get a different texture rather than big block tiles. You say it's very extravagant, Mary. Very extravagant.
Either way, we're gonna get better.